Today, June the 29th, is the feast of St. Peter and St. Paul. Last evening, June the 28th, at 6 o'clock Rome time, Pope Benedict XVI went to the Basilica of St. Paul outside the walls in the city of Rome and announced the beginning of the year of St. Paul. We're celebrating the 2000th anniversary of the birth of St. Paul. This morning at 9:30 Rome time, Pope Benedict celebrated Mass at St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City. And during that Mass, he had all the new archbishops from around the world come. And he gave them the pallium. Now, a pallium is a circle made out of wool that goes around the neck of the archbishop over his Mass vestments and has a piece down the front and a piece down the back, and is decorated with crosses. It's made out of wool because the archbishop is reminded that he is to be a good shepherd for the sheep of the flock. It also reminds the archbishop that he needs to be willing to lay down his own life for his flock. Now, a metropolitan archbishop who wears the pallium, as does the Pope, is a bishop who is in leadership over a province of dioceses. Archbishop Pinder from the Archdiocese of Nassau is that kind of an archbishop. Here in the state of Ohio, we have 6 dioceses: Toledo, Cleveland, Youngstown, Steubenville, Columbus, and Cincinnati. And Cincinnati, being the oldest of the dioceses of Ohio, has an archbishop, Archbishop Pilarczyk, who would be the metropolitan archbishop for the province of Ohio. This is the year of St. Paul. Pope Benedict opened that year last night, June the 28th, 2008, and it will run until June the 29th of 2009. And our Holy Father, in opening this year of St. Paul, has given us some teachings to consider and to take to heart. One of them is that to be a Christian means we have to be evangelizers. To evangelize means to take the gospel, to take the good news to the world, like St. Paul did. To be missionary, to take what we have received and to share it as a gift. He's talking about taking the gospel to the ends of the earth. He's also talking about taking the gospel to our own circles of influence, our families, our parish, our communities, strengthening the faith of one another and inviting to the faith those who do not have faith, and inviting back to the practice of the faith those who have lapsed. Now, in our parish of St. Joseph's, percentages are very similar to other parishes in our diocese and also to parishes throughout the United States. Here at St. Joseph's, we have 1,800 households registered here. Now, that's households, not individuals. Individuals would be over 5,000 from those 1,800 households. Here in our parish, as in other parishes, about 1/3 of our 1,800 households comes to Mass every weekend. Another third comes periodically. And the other third comes rarely, if ever. We have a lot of evangelizing and re-evangelizing to do. And we're going to be hearing more about that in our parish, from our bishop, Bishop Lennon, as well as from our Holy Father, Pope Benedict. As Christians, we are evangelizers. We take the gospel to the world. Pope Benedict is also telling us that disagreements are part of human nature. But God's gift of charity removes all obstacles. On this feast of St. Peter and Paul, Pope Benedict has pointed out that Peter and Paul were two individuals. They each had their own roles in the church. Peter was the first pope. We heard in the gospel today about how Jesus founded his church upon Peter, the rock of Peter. And Peter took the gospel to the Jewish people. Paul was the missionary to the world, the missionary to the Gentiles. Two different people, two different roles, and there was some human tension between them. It's good for us to know that even among holy people, there can be human tension. But Peter and Paul recognized this, they worked on it, they took their message, the message of Jesus Christ, to others, and they showed the world, Pope Benedict says, a new way to be brothers. As Christians, as family of God, we show the world a new way to be brothers and sisters. So don't be surprised, the Pope is telling us, when we find disagreements even in the church. We need to work on those things, but God's grace of charity is able to remove all obstacles. Another lesson Pope Benedict points out is that our Catholic Church was founded upon the faith and the witness of the apostles. We believe as Catholics that the church of which we are members is the church that Jesus Christ founded. And the faith that we believe in is the faith that the apostles learned from Jesus and took to the world and have passed on from generation to generation, that we believe in the same faith as the apostles. Our church did not get started 100 years or so ago. It was founded by Jesus. And we believe that in the Catholic Church, we are privileged to enjoy the fullness of the Church of Jesus Christ. There are 4 marks to the church. Every time we pray the creed, we remember them. It is 1, holy, Catholic or universal, and apostolic. Some time ago, it was discovered that beneath the altar in St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City, way down below, is the grave of St. Peter. That St. Peter and St. Paul died the death of a martyr. The red vestments today indicate that. St. Peter was crucified upside down, the way slaves were crucified in Rome. And he did that by choice. St. Peter did not believe that he was worthy to die just as Jesus had died. So he asked to be crucified upside down. And his grave is beneath the altar in St. Peter's Basilica today. St. Paul is buried, we believe, in a tomb at the Basilica of St. Paul outside the wall.